Hello, good afternoon, guys. Okay, so today I'm going to go over GXY, then go over few trades that I normally look at, which is EU, GU, EJ, GJ, and gold. So based on what we have here, coming to weekly to check GXY, overall, GXY is going up. Looking at overall setup. But if you want to look at this setup here, GXY is bearish, forming this lower low and trying to fall from a lower high. So let me zoom in to see what's happening on GXY. So this is my DXY, looking at market structure and the rest. Looking at market structure on DXY. So all these things here on weekly, all these things here now will be like, well, let me delete all this and start this thing on Cloudflash. So all this leg now will be like one leg. All this leg should act as one leg at its lower low. The market is trying to form a lower high. So you now look out for zone, like where we have a support and where we have a resistance. That's the two things you will look out for. If you look at this place, you will see that here, this place is area of support. You know. So looking at this place is our area of support. And this week here that touched here, we can call this an area of resistance. So we have a zone, resistance, support, right? Market came here, respected it. The market broke, respected it again last week. A market is forming something like evening star. So I will just put a small box here so that I can mark up all the zones. We just put this small box here, you know, so that it will make enough sense. So where we'll be looking at for now is this place and this place. What do you say? Huh? Hello?
Sir, I'm not
What?
the one talking. I'm not the one talking. Someone else.
Okay. So I will call this place my area of interest. So this place will be my area of interest. I call this place a zone because I have a resistance, I have a support. I have a support, I have a resistance, I have a resistance, I have a resistance, I have a resistance, I have a resistance. So this place is area of supply zone. I will call it a supply zone. And with what I said before, this place is like a lower low on weekly. And this is a what? This place is a lower high. So you're looking at this candle that ended bearish last week. If market opens, you might continue bearish. If market opens, then looking at this place, we have something like this. This thing is respecting this support. So let me mark it also. Market is respecting that support. with what we could see, market tried going up here, but formed this week. Now, market formed this week also. Market wanted to go down, respected here, went up, came down, and this place now, this candle closed here. And with what you can see, you see that market is rejecting it. So we put this place, we will call this place our area of, we call this place our area of, we call this place now, call this weekly support zone. So DXY will be trading within this range. For this week, we just entered. But if you broke out of here, but this is still weekly time frame. So we have mapped out our weekly areas of interest. Then coming down on daily time frame. We have this. You want reading market structure. We have area of this we call lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, Then market started.
And you say that here is lower low?
Huh?
Do you say that here is lower low?
Where?
The third lower, the third higher low, the third lower high you mentioned.
Wait, let's start it afresh.
Okay.
So market was coming up before, coming higher high, higher low.
Yes.
Higher high. The market formed this. We have different kind of structures. Market couldn't break this high again. The market formed a lower high here and formed a lower low. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Then
yes.
We start our lower high, lower low, right? Lower high, lower low.
Lower low, yes.
You can even bring it down, for example.
Yes.
Then market consolidated here, but nothing broke. We have lower.
I'm asking of here.
Where?
I'm asking of this particular lower, the last lower high.
This place.
Eh.
It's a lower high now. See until you have the breakup, this thing is just consolidation.
Okay.
So immediately this candle formed, you see that the thing entered inside again. So you can't call that place a market continued down.
Okay.
Then our last lower high is here. So looking at it now, market have not broken it, on the time frame. So we are still bearish. If you pull your feet from here, we see that the stuff is still bearish. Does that make sense to you? We are still bearish until we take out this lower high. So let's shut it down. We are weekly, we are bearish. Daily, we are bearish. Then our 4-hour time frame. So let's check this support area we put on. This place is a strong support. We marked it already. Then on 4-hour time frame. Who is making this noise? Mute yourself if this thing is noisy. If your UI is noisy, mute yourself.
Okay.
So this this DXY on 4-hour time frame. DXY was making higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high. Then it did what? It took out this. Took out this higher low, right? So taking out that higher low, I've made it bearish on 4-hour. So we are now bearish on weekly, bearish on daily, and bearish on 4-hour time frame. So is there a zone we can mark? This place is a strong area. Because whenever market comes down there, market rejects. So you mark it. You mark this zone. We call it a zone because we even had
supports.
yes, you understand. You always level it. 4-hour supply zone. But if market breaks it and come up, it will serve as a demand zone. So I call it a zone because we have what? We have resistance here.
Resistance and support.
We have resistance.
Yes.
We have support. Support.
Support. Support resistance.
Please, it makes sense to you now. So at this place, we are on this fib. If you pull your fib from point A to point B here, you pull your fib from point A to point B, you will notice that we are bearish. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
We are bearish. So let me put a trend line there that shows that we are bearish. I will put this trend line. This trend line, there's something I noticed yesterday. Yesterday, I write out something yesterday on how to draw trend line. So trend line from low to higher low and from high to lower high. To lower high. Understand this. I said from low to higher low. So let's say we want to draw a trend line. I don't know, it just came to my head. I just said, let me write it down. So from low, that I mean, like, you know, if market starts, for example, if market starts from here. Yes. I'm forming higher high, higher low. Higher highs. You know, if market starts something like this now, this place will be your low. Yes. So we call this place a low. Yes. That's what I mean by saying low. I don't know, it just came to my mind. I don't know the validity of it, but I was doing a back test yesterday, so the thing came to my mind. If you want to draw your trend line to be accurate. I think this man talk about it in his video. Oh. Mike. Okay. Mike, in that his video. He talk about how to draw trend line, bullish and bearish trend line. Okay, wonderful. So to draw same thing is what you taught me in divergence. Exactly. So if you want to draw trend line, you make sure that it started from a low and is touching higher low only. You understand? Yes. So if you notice the trend line I drew here now, market just formed a lower low and formed a lower high. So if you are drawing for bearish, you draw high. Like if you are drawing, at least I'm using it as a, if you are drawing, if market is coming, so if market is doing something like this. So this place now should be our high, right? You know, sometimes all these
Yes,
basic things, sometimes you get confused. Is this my trend line correct?
it's true.
So just get the concept
It's
whenever you are drawing it.
yes,
When you become confused, you ask yourself, is this place a high?
yes.
A lower high? So and I noticed that most of the videos you are doing, you guys don't watch it on YouTube. It is all fine.
Yes.
So I think this is that stuff I wrote down. I wrote it down here, trend line. From low to higher low and from high to lower high.
To lower high.
So hope it makes sense to you now. So because this thing now,
Yes.
sometimes if you are doing something like you get confused, is this trend line right? You start thinking about it, just use this thing as an example. Let me even screenshot it and send it in the group. So that okay. So we are done with that. So looking at this market now, nothing to do on 4 hour. Market is just, then we look well again to see whether we can still see any other zone. We have our weekly support here. Then this place the market stopped. Do we have anything there? Yes. I think we have another zone here. Do you agree with me that this is a zone? Because we have resistance here. We have resistance. We now have support.
Resistance. We have support. Yes.
You know. So we just draw it here. And market is just trying to break below the. So understand that zone is when we have resistance, 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 support, support. You know, you have support again. Then here we have support, right? We have resistance. Now we have support where market ended the other day. So let me mark it out.
Yes.
Let me mark it out for our supply zone.
Recording in progress.
It's acting as demand zone now. Who is doing that one? So nothing much to do. What you are just saying is that 4 hour is bearish. 4 hour bearish. So weekly, daily, and 4 hour is what you use for your directional bias, knowing where market wants to go. So we have seen that DXY is totally what? Bearish. DXY is totally bearish. Then you learn how to write when you are analyzing. It helps you to remember. Then DXY is currently at 4 hour demand zone. Then you go down straight to 30 minutes to see what DXY is doing. So when you come down here, let's read the structure we have on. Let's read the structure we have on 30 minutes. Now, if you want to read structure, don't just guess it. Just use this line and be drawing it. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high,
Lower high.
lower high. Then we have this low here. Then we have this.
Yes.
This is higher high.
Break of structure.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you look at if you look at our RSI, we see that this thing is a what? Market was coming down from here. You always measure it. Market started here and it was coming down.
Yes.
Then from
Yes.
here, market was doing what? Market was going up.
Moving up.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So this is a divergence, a bullish divergence. Market was coming down here. This one was going up. So looking at this place,
Yes.
we mark. Okay, this zone we have marked it already. You know, this is a support. This is the last lower low. You know, before we have this lower low, market started consolidating. Most times they use it as support. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean there. But don't use this thing and form your bias. Almost forget. Let me show you the most common thing I've seen that normally happen. I repeat itself in the market. So looking at this place, looking at this, you know, what we trade is all this ascending and descending channel. You see where demand marked. You see this place, lower low. The last lower low before this lower low, it marked it. Most times market respect, and most times I have seen it because, you know, for you to get more knowledge in this trading, for you to gain confidence, you should subject yourself to backtesting, you know. So this thing is like a divergence, then that low. So fortunately, the low is in tandem with our forward demand zone, you know. So market now came down there and did what? A market is respecting it again. Does that make sense to you?
The second last one. Okay, yes.
This place now, this is our last lower low. Then we have this lower low. So we didn't have another lower low. We are just consolidating. The market came and broke all the higher lows, showing that 30 minutes is finished. And we have this divergence here. You understand? And lower time, most times you don't just disregard it. You always put it in consideration also. So let's put our fib on this 30 minutes. This 30 minutes, we put our fib from point A to point B.
Point B.
Then another thing you will now do is you pull your trend line. Remember what I said about trend line. If you are drawing your trend line, you put it from high towards lower high.
Higher low. Sorry, lower high.
Good. So looking at this now, this is when you finish learning trading. If you want to be getting sniper entry, this is what I was backtesting since yesterday. So let's just remove the fib. Now, at least we have seen our fib, but there is what they call entries on fib. I think this is a big secret why Jessica Lynn calls herself entry queen. You know, looking at this also, let me just mark out this because this place now will be like a support. This place I'm marking. Do you see where I'm marking? This last lower low before this lower low. The second, so I will mark this place now. So what I will be looking out for to see next week that will give me confidence that this market wants to go up is if it does something like this. Let me bring Goose pattern. So where can I get something that goes up and came down? Something that goes up came down. Okay. Let's use this. So maybe if we can get something like this. Does this make sense to you? If we get something like break of this place, and let me just use arrow. If we can get something like this, if this market can push up, test this place, then retest it again, then we come to this trend line again. This 4-hour major trend line. You understand? So nothing to we are just indecisive, but this is what I will be expecting. Then if market didn't respect it and break this zone, and come down here, then we will see. But for now, you know, market, you don't force the market to see anything. Just leave the market as it is. Don't force it. You know, so that is that for DXY.
But wait, you are saying that like when the market break this trend line and retest it, that retest will be your entry, or it will still break your touch this particular trend line here
breaks here now
before you enter.
If it breaks here and retest, if you see exhaustion,
okay,
you know, we have for your entry, that's what we call the exhaustion and momentum. So if, for example, when it's retesting, if it's retesting with big force, exhaustion is something like this. When this candle touched this trend line, it exhausted. This is exhaustion. But momentum is when it's coming to that place with full body, like coming there with full body, like it might break it and move. So that is what we call momentum and exhaustion. So does this make sense?
Yes.
All right. So let's open another chart. Let's take GBP, JPY. Let me just delete everything. We start afresh. So we always go to the weekly time frame. You know. So looking at weekly, market is generally bullish. Some people don't read structure, but they will just saying the market is on uptrend. Just looking at this now, you can see the market, but this thing is not like, I'm not drawing trend line, like just looking at it, you'll be like, okay, this market is moving up. Then it's bullish. So we mark our stuff. Higher high, higher low. Higher low. Higher high. Just mark it straight. Higher low. Higher highs. Higher lows. Higher high. So we are still in this consolidation for so long. You know, so market is bullish on weekly, regardless. But if you just want to read but this thing is what you just, anything you are reading here, weekly is bullish, for example. You just mark what you see. So we are bullish. Looking at this, we are bullish, you know.
Well, please, this candle here, this green candle that has wick, that particular candle, is it not lower low when we are marking this structure?
It's not.
Or is it not valid in this structure? Okay.
It's not. This is weekly. Just mark it as you see it here. Nothing to try. Don't try to see for the market what you are not seeing. So we are just at this range, this first range and this top. So here now we look for,
Okay.
what we always look out for is for a zone. That is a resistance and a support. Where it existed, we just mark it out.
Yes.
So we have resistance, support here. Let me mark this place. So we mark here. We just mark here because I have resistance, I have resistance, I have resistance, I now have support. You know, this place is a support also. This is a support also. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So you can even put your this in online chat. What we did on foundation, looking at this place, looking at this place too, you will notice that this place is a zone. You can just use line and put it. Just put a line there. You know, you just put a line here. This meeting will end very soon. So you just put a line here. You know, looking at that place, looking at this place also, you can put a line there also. You just label the weekly AOI. Weekly AOI. AOI, areas of interest. With this, but the weekly AOI, you always look at is the one that is like where the price is still playing at. So anyway, all these range market price is still playing within them, you know. So I write weekly AOI here too. Weekly AOI. So here you put our note, we are bullish. We are bullish on weekly time frame. You know. So we will see how price is reacting at all these places. I'm just trying to get our directional bias. Then here we are having this all these things. We can even just mark all these things once because this is daily time frame. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Now market broke it. Market broke this place, for example. You know,
Yes.
so on daily, we are bullish also. So but
Yes.
you know, if we want to read it 1-1, this is what we should be doing on FAO. So if you are reading it 1-1 now, this thing now will be higher high, higher low, higher high. We have higher high here. Then we have this lower high. So even though market have not broken it, let's just keep it as we see it. So we have weekly bullish for our daily bullish. Then we look to see if we have a zone we can mark here. Do we have any zone? Look.
Yes. Yes, we have there.
Okay, let me just use this line instead. Let me use this line. Do you agree with me? The place I put it. So this is our daily AOI. So yeah, it's a very important area because even when market broke, market tested it, came down, came up again, tested it. Very valid. So we go down to
So, yes.
We go down to 4-hour time frame. You know. So on this 4-hour time frame, looking at 4-hour. Looking at 4-hour time frame, we have looking at 4-hour time frame, we have all these. At the end of this meeting, we will just do a structure assignment. The market came down straight.
Okay.
You know, market came down straight, showing us that we are bullish, bearish on this market now. So on 4-hour time frame, I think this is the swing. This is the swing that we are in now. The current market situation is from here to here. This is where we are playing in from 4-hour time frame. So we just look for where we look on this 4-hour to know whether we have any area where we can call our zone. So the place we're supposed to call our zone, this is a support area. You know, this is a support, a very good support. But we don't have a resistance, so it's just a support. We're seeing how market is reacting there. So we just mark it and keep. Should in case it, you know. So here now, market respects it. When market, another thing you will use to know when a particular place is solid is when that place, like when market come with force, when price come with force and touch that place and market rejects it, it will show you that that place is a very strong place. Now we broke it and we are just dancing. So we will be dancing between these 4-hour. Let me just 4-hour support zone. 4-hour support. So then to avoid randomness and all these things that normally happens in the market, we would now go down to lower time frame. Seeing that we are bullish on the weekly and bullish on daily, then 4-hour, we are what? Bearish. Then market is within the range of weekly supply zone and 4-hour support area. So what we'll be looking out for example, now is for market 2. We are looking at this anyway. Where market broke this support zone, it came up. This thing I'm seeing here, this market might buy. Because if we go down to lower time frame now, this is a break of structure. Looking at it, we have, let's just go down. Let's take 1 hour to see what we get. On 1 hour time frame, but the market looks too clean on 4-hour. So what we'll be expecting on this 4-hour now, we need this market to give us a solid push. If it comes up, retest here, then we move. Then let's come to 1 hour and see what's happening. So on 1 hour time frame, if you look well, you will see that even though the divergence is weak, it just weaked out. Let's go to 30 minutes. You know, you always have our confluence in mind. Having your confluence in mind will help you to remove randomness, you know. So removing randomness now, we mark this. We have market formed a lower low, consolidated and form another lower low here. Looking at it and looking at RSI, we look at this. What do you see here? We have a
Divergence.
We have less than 1 minute.
Yes. Resulting divergence. Okay, yes.
So our current fib is from this point A to point B, for example. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Our market is, I didn't label this place. Okay.